Hey, this is Sean, Club Fed True Stories, making a video today about words you should not, cannot, don't say these words in prison. Watch the video. This is Sean with Club Fed True Stories. If you don't know, I did a 52-month sentence for wire fraud. I went to a federal prison camp, which is a lot different than a penitentiary, but it's still prison, and there's still certain things you can't do in a prison camp. Bear with me today, guys. I'm going to try some real editing. I got some little movie clips and stuff I'm going to cut in here. I'm still new at this. I got 2 months, but thanks for all the subscribers, man. I'm getting real close to 200 subscribers now in 2 months, and that's just, oh man, I'm getting phone calls, comments. So, I don't know, man. Sometimes I wanted to give up this video. What am I doing? Talking about prison on YouTube, man. What the fuck is wrong with me? But there's a lot of guys out there doing it, and, I got the time. I got out of prison last year, and I had a job through the halfway house. I was a cook at a drug program out of San Francisco, and it all closed down with the pandemic and stuff, and now I'm on unemployment, and I've been applying for jobs, but man, I got all these felonies on me. I'm 56 years old. I got the worst credit you could think of. I got evicted from my house when the feds raided my house. They repossessed my car. Just like, who will rent to me? Who will hire me? So I live in a clean and sober house. Probation likes that. So when you get out of prison, guys, in the feds, you still got to do probation. So they gave me 3 years probation. I got 2 more years to go. It's gonna be my first Christmas out of prison. So, that's good. I got family to see that are back in my life. Not all of them, but some of them. Anyways, so I was watching, this first word that you never ever want to use in prison, it's the word bitch, okay? I'm going to show you some clips. But, so I don't know if you ever caught this TV show called Cobra Kai. So it's getting ready to do season 3 right now. But the very first episode, you remember Daniel and Johnny? Okay. So this is Johnny Lawrence, Cobra Kai guy, in season 1, episode 1. It's 30 years later after Karate Kid. He's got some handyman job, and he's putting up some ladies' fucking thing on the wall, and I'm going to show you the clip, okay? Watch this.
We're going to take a shit.
Okay. We'll figure this out, all right? Just quit bitching at me.
What did you just call me?
No. I didn't call her a bitch. I said she was bitching at me. There's a difference. You're firing me because of that bitch?
So did you see that clip? I did the same thing. I told this guy stop bitching at me. So here's what happened. So if you watch some of my other videos, as a camper, they have us do jobs outside of the camp. And one job I had was about a mile away at the Supermax. They took us over there every day. Actually, an inmate drives us over there in a van. And then we go through the metal detector, we get searched and all that. And so I did food service at the Supermax. I also did a culinary school at the Supermax. Which one was it? Yeah, it was the culinary school where this happened. So it's my first week there, man. And some of the guys had been there a while, but there was this youngster guy. And youngsters in prison, even in a camp, they got some attitude, man. I'm an old guy, I'm in my 50s. So the first job they give you is washing dishes. And you got to do that for 2 weeks. In the culinary school, every 2 weeks, They got different stations. You wash dishes, and then you might cut vegetables for a week, for 2 weeks, and then you might, you might move up to soups and sauces, and eventually you get to cook. You get to be a baker. You get to be the sous chef. You get to be the head chef. You get to be the manager. You do the serving. There's all these different stations, and they teach it. It was a really good school. My little intro there, I show you all these certificates I got. But here's the thing. So my first week there, for 2 weeks, I got to wash all the pots and pans and the dishes, everything that the students make, and they pile up the dishes. And you got to earn your keep, and I get that. This young kid, I don't think he liked me from the gate, man. And he was a white kid like me. It wasn't a racial thing. But he had been, I guess he had done some time in some real prisons, and he didn't like campers, but yeah, he was one. Anyways, we just rubbed, I don't know what it was. He didn't like me. Maybe I reminded him of the father that fucking beat him when he was a kid or cheated on his mother or something. I don't know what it was, man. But I'm over there washing dishes, and he comes up and tells me, "Oh man, the fuck you doing to get these dishes done, man?" He goes, "You're always fucking in here taking your time with the dishes, not even fucking clean and all this shit." And he's grabbing dishes. He goes, "This ain't clean." He's throwing it back in the sink and shit. And then I'm going, "Man, dude, I'm trying to do the best I can, man." I tell the guy, "Man, look, I'm new to all this prison shit. Okay, it's my first time." He goes, "I don't give a fuck, man, blah, 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 blah." And I go, "Quit bitching at me." And he says, "What the fuck did you say?" And he grabs him by his shirt, he slams him against the wall, and he goes, "You don't fucking ever call me that again." And I didn't call you that. I said bitching, not bitch. Ooh, and that pissed him off more. Just like the little clip you just saw. And he fucking, I'm going to show you another clip here. This is what happens when you call somebody a bitch. Watch this next movie clip. You'll recognize this little prison movie.
Excuse me.
Bug off, bitch. I'll get to you later.
Did you just call me bitch?
Yeah, I said it.
Hey, everybody. Did you hear that? Big Raymond, for no reason, just called me bitch. Now, was that nice?
So, I don't know how my editing's doing so far. Guys, I got a little tablet. I don't have a fancy camera. I got a cheap laptop. And I downloaded some free editing thing. And it's, I went to prison. The wire fraud I did all on the computer. Filing false tax returns for a bunch of my homeless and tweaker friends and all this. And I thought I was mastermind on the computer. Get all this time in prison. I get out and I don't know shit about computers. But I'm learning. So I'm gonna do another little clip in a minute here, and I'll get better at this, guys. But maybe it keeps it more real this way. But I'm gonna tell you, when that guy grabbed me and threw me against the wall, I thought he was gonna go off on me, man. I really did. And this funny thing is, I did a little video. I started these AA meetings when I first got there, and this guy had went to a couple of them, and I thought, we're trying to, stay off the drugs and do the right thing now that we're in prison. And I thought we liked each other. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was wrong. And I tried to go apologize to him. Like 4 or 5 days later, I saw him back at the camp, and I thought, I'll try. This guy knows AA. He knows we could talk about this. And so I went up. I found him alone one day, and I went up to him, and I don't want to say his name, but we'll just call him John. And I went up to him and I said, "Hey, John, man, can I talk to you about what happened?" He goes, "Don't even fucking go there." And he just fucking, that was it. The way he said it was, I took, "You're not ready to talk about it. You don't ever want to talk about it. This is not what you do in prison. People don't talk, like, you don't work things out." Apparently not with this guy. It took a year before, I think, in his own way, he apologized to me or something and said it was all right. We ended up graduating RDAP together, and there were some times we had some laughs together about things that we did, It's almost like he just let it go, but it took this guy at least 6 months to even start to let it go. You don't say bitch, bitchin', bitches. I mean, it ain't like Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad. Here's where I'm gonna cut to this clip. You can't do what this guy does in prison. Watch this clip.
Bitch, bitch, Heil Hitler, bitch, bitch, bitch. I made you my bitch, bitch. Little bitch. Where's my money,
Where's
bitch?
my money, bitch?
Yeah, bitch.
Yes, bitch.
So about those Jesse Pinkman, Breaking Bad. So yeah, I think I learned my lesson on using that word bitch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so another thing, in a camp, well, when you go to penitentiary or medium, they're gonna check your paperwork, right? At a camp, they don't check paperwork, but they're looking for a couple things. They're looking to see if you're a child molester, a chomo. We used to call them chesters back in the day. If you are a child molester, a chomo, a chester, whatever the hell, and you're watching my channel, leave now. This is not for you. There's a lot of things in this world that I will tolerate, but a predator on little children, I have nothing to do. You know what? I don't want to get in trouble on this channel and say what I'd love to do to a child molester, but they get what they deserve. But I'm going to tell you, they're not allowed in camps. Thank God. They go to the lows. Some of them go to the mediums in the penitentiaries, but I think they put them in special places. But I hear the lows are like 70% chomos. 70%. And I heard some of them say, oh, they only caught me with pictures on my computer. I don't give a damn. So you got caught with pictures of little kids. That don't mean you didn't. I mean, if you're looking at little kids, don't even... Bad subject. But, yeah, we don't have them in a camp. Thank God. But don't ever call nobody one. We don't have them in a camp. And if one slips through, I don't know how they do. They're pretty thorough, the feds. It's one thing, that's probably the best thing about the camp, that they don't allow child molesters. For me, that's the best thing. So another thing they're looking for on your paperwork is a snitch. Camps, they have a different word for a snitch at a camp. It's called whistleblower. You know, these whistleblower. You hear that on the news all the time. Oh, the whistleblower. That's a fucking snitch. So, at a camp, a lot of the white-collar criminals, and the drug dealers too, man. I mean, you're looking at 20, 30 years, and these drug dealers, you know, they say, you know, give us a phone number, call the guy above you, and hook something up, and we'll send you to a camp for 3 years. Or you can go do 30 years at a penitentiary. A lot of these guys will turn on their dealers. Women with kids, oh, they're the worst, because they threaten to take their kids away. Never trust a woman, guys, when it comes to, you know, telling on you or not. So I know in a camp, a lot of guys take deals, and they turn on their coworkers and their employers. A lot of that going on. You know, there's offices that get raided. I know some guys that were in there for Medi-Cal fraud, Medicare fraud, also opiates and all that. You know, these painkiller relief kind of clinics. You know, and they're passing out, you know, Oxycontins like they're candy, and the whole office will turn on each other. You'll have 10 people snitching on 10 people. I'm not gonna say it's tolerated at a camp, but we all know that where people come from before they get there. In my case, I had a leadership role, so I had co-defendants or co-conspirators. They were underneath me, so there was nobody for me to tell on. They told on me. Even my girlfriend at the time snitched on me, whistleblowed on me. You know, she even called me and told me. You know, I told them everything about you. You know, I go, well, they already got 15,000 pages of discovery on me. So I had to get sentenced last, so I got the most time. And that took 4 years of pretrial. And I wanted to get it over with within a year. They wouldn't let me. They said, we can't sentence you because if we give you 5 years, we can't sentence you because we got to give you the most time. And until we sentence everybody else, we give you 5 years. That means we got to give everybody else below 5 years. And what if we want to give them 5 and you 10? And anyways, I had to go last. No matter what, they weren't going to sentence me. They were going to put it off and put it off. So, but I know that that's what people do, especially in a white collar. Now, I said it's not tolerated, but it's known. But the thing is, when you get to the camp, okay, your new prison life starts from there on. You don't be telling on people at the camp. Okay, you don't talk about nobody with a cell phone. You don't talk about who's smoking cigarettes. You don't tell the guards anything. Okay, now I've always told you guys that we have no fences and there's these bags put on the side of the road and they bring in stuff all the time. The guards know about the bags. Once in a while the guards catch a guy with a bag and then they bring it in, they spread it all over the table and they let everybody see it and they say, this is what we found in the bag. And they even show us what they found. The guards, I'm not telling anybody anything the guards don't already know. They know people shove chicken down their fucking pants and sneak it out. And the guards, they just don't feel like searching you or they like you're a hard worker. And the guards just let you do it. Okay? The guards know what goes on. I'm not saying anything in my videos that the guards don't already know. But maybe I'm not supposed to talk about that. But it's common knowledge to anybody who's been to prison or has worked at a prison. So another word, okay, you never want to say the N word, and I don't want to even say it on YouTube, though. Boy, my channel gets shut down quick. So we don't say racial terms around here. And there are some gay guys at the camp. I don't have a problem with gay guys as long as they keep it out of my face and make sure that it's always with adults, but you don't say the F word to them. And I'm born and raised in San Francisco, so yeah, I've tolerated it. I've known guys that are gay and not close, but, worked with them. They're okay. Those flames, those guys, sometimes they're funny, but you'll get some of those at the camp. So another word, at the camp, we got a lot of female officers, so you don't say the bitch there to them. And that C word, don't say that around a female officer. You will get thrown in the shoe if you call her that. So another thing you don't want to do at camp is you don't want to blame somebody, accuse somebody of stealing your stuff. If you're missing a book, you're missing your glasses, if you're missing, like, your cigarettes get stolen, whatever it was, your cell phone got stolen, you don't accuse somebody else. Do not accuse people unless you've got positive, absolute proof evidence. And then you kind of want to go to their peoples, even though we don't really have cars at the camp, but everybody has kind of people you could talk to. So, I mean, there's not a lot of violence at a camp, but you can get your ass beat for owing gambling debts. And when I say gambling debts, people owe $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. When they gamble at these poker tables, they're playing for $500 a hand, and they're there all night long. Okay? So you can get your ass beat for telling on somebody for a cell phone. And apparently I almost got my ass beat for saying, stop bitching at me, which wasn't even, I should have said, stop yelling at me, go away, leave me alone. But you can't even say that. And there's one more word, and I'm going to leave you with this last clip. And I'm going to let this movie star, his name's Clint Eastwood. You ever seen Dirty Harry? I'm going to let him tell you about the last word not to say. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe, leave me a comment, hit the like button, share, give me a call if you're facing prison time. I'm not a prison consultant. I don't want any money from you. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers, get some revenue from YouTube, from commercials, but I'm not trying to be a prison consultant. Okay? This is just information to help guys looking at facing prison or curious people, and a little different twist from the penitentiaries. This is white collar crime, club fed. It's real. Thanks for watching. And check out Clint Eastwood right now.
Statement, I've kind of lost track myself. But Ian, this, well, do you, punk?
Well, do you, punk?